Hello everybody and welcome to my 2-year anniversary video. I'm the Wayfaring Pilgrim and you guys heard correctly. This video marks 2 years of me making videos for you guys on YouTube. The time has gone by so quickly and it has been quite the journey. But it's hopefully going to be a journey that continues for at least a few more years. So just a couple of things to say before I start this video properly. The footage that I've set up is just there for background footage. It's just there to fill a hole while I talk, so you don't have to pay attention to it if you don't want to, just in case you've never seen this type of video from me. And the second thing is I just want to thank everybody who has supported this channel in any way. Whether you've just subbed to the channel, whether you've watched my stuff and left your likes and comments, whether you've interacted with me on Twitter or retweeted any of my stuff, whether you've interacted with me on Discord. I know this sounds really cliche, but I can't thank you enough. And it means a lot to me. So, thank you. But with all that out of the way, let's dive into what I actually want to talk about in this video. So there's 3 things I want to talk about. The first of which is I want to give shout outs to 4 lucky content creators out there who I feel deserve a shout out. The second thing I want to talk about is I want to talk about the consistency of my content, because that's what I do in my update videos and what my goals are for next year. And I also want to talk about the growth of the channel as well and what I hope for from that this year. So, without further ado, let's crack on with the first order of business, the shoutouts. So before I do these shoutouts then, because this video is kind of a roundup for the year, 2 of the content creators on my list have already received a shoutout on this channel. One of them received a full shoutout on my Christmas video, so they probably already know who they are. And the second person received a mention on the Evangelina's Golf Challenge, so they probably know who they are as well. So the order I'm going to be doing these shoutouts in is I am going to give shoutouts out in the order of the size of shoutout that they received before. And then with the last 2 content creators that have never received a shout out from me, I'm going to give those out in chronological order of when I started interacting with them. So with that said, my first shout out goes out to a content creator who goes by the name of Geekdom. Now, I gave him a shout out on my Christmas video because I had only been interacting with him for a short time back then. And he was being awesome, basically. Whenever I left a comment on one of his videos, he always replied back. He was leaving a lot of comments on my Dark Souls videos and giving me various hints and tips and tricks to play the game, because my skill on that game is not the highest. But for those of you who are watching that playthrough, I hope you are at least enjoying watching me fail. And really since then, that awesomeness has continued. He's still replying to comments that I leave on his videos. He's still leaving comments on my Dark Souls stuff and giving me help with the game. And we've had some nice interactions on Twitter as well, which is always good to see. He seems to have a similar sense of humour to mine as well, which is always interesting because my sense of humour is a bit weird, but it's nice to know that I'm not the only person who's a bit weird out there. And he's just a genuinely nice guy as well. If you are into Souls-like games like Sekiro or Code Vein or Jedi Fallen Order, check out his channel. He also did a playthrough of The Last of Us as well, so if you're into that, you can check out his channel. And he has set up his channel in such a way that he eventually wants to make a full-time job out of it. So make sure you check out his other links as well. Not just his YouTube and his Twitter, but check out his donation mediums, his merch shop. He's got a link for Green Man Gaming as well. So maybe check that out. If you are kind enough to help in that pursuit of making YouTube a full-time job, give him that support because he deserves it. Moving on to the second shout out then. So this shout out goes out to a content creator who goes by the name of GameRaider. Now, I gave her a mention on the Evangelina's Golf Challenge, but I don't think that mention really does her and her channel enough justice. The interactions that I've had with her, whenever I've left a comment on one of her videos, she's always replied, which is always good. But then with the comments she's left on my videos, she's left me one of two types of comment. The first of which is a supportive comment, which basically is just a comment to give me a little bit more encouragement, which is really nice to see. And the second type of comment she leaves, it's just a nice comment. And then with the interactions that I've had with her on Twitter and the interactions that I've seen with her with other people, she has shown that she is, yet again, just a really good, genuine person. With some really good morals as well. In terms of her channel, there is probably something for everyone on her channel. She plays a lot of different genres of games. There's a few shooters on there. There's a few RPGs on there. There's some horror games, I think, on there as well. So it's really a channel that you have to check out for yourself. So check out her channel, and I'm sure there'll be something that you like to watch on there. So my third shout out then goes out to a content creator where I've never found a good opportunity to give them a shout out of any type on Twitter. Someone has always beaten me to it. I want to tag her in something. Oh, can't do that. Someone's already done it. I want to mention it in Evangelina's Golf Challenge. No way, I can't do that because someone else has already done it. But with this anniversary video, well, this is my thing. So I can give her a shout out. The content creator in question goes by the name of AzuruPlays. Finally, I can give her a shout out. So what can I say about her? Well, while we have had some interactions on YouTube, it's really been the interactions on Twitter and Discord that have been really good. I've had some nice conversations with her on Twitter and Discord. We've exchanged the odd direct message to each other as well on Twitter. I've seen her retweet and like quite a lot of my posts, and I've done the same with some of hers as well. And with these interactions that I've had with her, and with the interactions that I've seen with her when talking to other people, I found that, yet again, she is another lovely, genuine person. And it's as simple as that. She's just a lovely human being without sounding weird. In terms of her content, if you are a fan of puzzle games, her channel is Puzzle Games Galore. Definitely check out her channel if you're into puzzle games. There's a few non-puzzle games on her channel as well, but it is mainly puzzle games. But if you're not a fan of puzzle games, and I've said puzzle games far too many times, still check out her channel, because there might just be something you like on there. So a fourth and final shout out then goes out to a content creator who I haven't been interacting with for very long, but I still feel that she deserves a shout out. And she goes by the name of FranosaurusRexx. Now, most of the interactions that I've had with her have been over Twitter. But the interactions that I've had with her have been about one of her playthroughs. And the playthrough in question is Dark Souls Remastered. And like me, she is playing through that game for the first time. And it's always nice to meet people who are on the same kind of level as you with games, especially if it's a game like Dark Souls. And we've had some nice conversations over Twitter, giving tips and whatnot. I have commented on a few of her videos as well, not her Dark Souls ones, because I'm doing a playthrough of that game as well. But I have been enjoying her playthrough of Ori and the Blind Forest. And it is nice chatting to her in the comments as well, which is good. So if you're into games like Dark Souls Remastered or Ori and the Blind Forest, and there's a few other games on there as well that you can check out, give her channel a look, and there might be something on there that you enjoy. I know that shout out isn't much of one, but I wanted to give you some form of shout out there. So the next thing to talk about then is my consistency. My consistency when it comes to getting videos out on my channel. Now, for those of you who have been following me for a while, and for those of you who have been subscribed to me for a while, you will know that my consistency over the last 2 years has been a little bit all over the place. Now, in my first year of YouTube, I was marred by a lot of technical issues, and I was marred by a lot of other things that got in the way. And on my first anniversary video, I did set myself a target to get more than 76 videos out this year, since that was the amount that I managed on my first year. And this year, just gone, I have been marred by less issues, but I only managed to get 65 videos out. Not sure how that works, but that's what happened. Having said that though, I do feel that over the past 2 months, my consistency has got better. For those of you who haven't been following me on Twitter, I have changed my upload schedule slightly. What I was trying to do before is I was trying to get 3 videos out a week, on the Tuesday, the Thursday and the Sunday. But then, I think it was March, I decided to change it to 2 videos a week and get a video out on Wednesday and Sunday. And I think that schedule works better for me. So that's the schedule I'm going to be going with next year. So although I'll be trying to get less content out, I'll be trying to get content out more consistently, which in turn will mean that more content comes out, if that makes sense. Because it's more manageable. And another goal that I want to set myself as well is in terms of progression through the games that I'm playing. Now, I play RPGs. And RPGs are long games. It's going to take me a while to get through the games. But it's been 2 years now, and I'm still playing the same games I was playing before. So I think the goal for this year, in terms of that, is to at least get close to finishing a couple of playthroughs. I don't think Skyrim is going to end anytime soon. But if I can get close to finishing Dragon Age Origins, and get close to finishing Dark Souls, I think it will be a successful year in that regard. So the final thing I want to talk about, guys, is the growth of the channel. Now, before I say anything, I just want to stress that I do this channel as a hobby. I do this channel for fun. And I am still having a lot of fun making content for you guys. The way I look at engagement on my videos is, as long as I get some views and sub likes, as long as I get some interaction and some growth on the channel, I'm happy. But having said that, I do feel that the channel lost quite a lot of momentum this year. And the growth did become very stop-start, particularly in the first part of the year where there was hardly any growth. And there were a couple of times this year, again, particularly in the first part of the year, where I did start to lament my channel a little bit. And I know what some of you are going to say in the comments. Try not to get too bogged down in the numbers. A strong community is everything on YouTube. We've all been there before. I know. But it is sometimes a bit difficult to look past those numbers. I don't think I'm the only one, but I do hope for a stronger year in year 3 of YouTube for me. Those of you who have been supporting the channel are absolutely awesome, and please keep doing what you're doing, keep being awesome, and I know this sounds really cliche, and let's grow together. Let's hope for a stronger 3rd year on YouTube for myself, and let's hope for a strong year for you guys as well. But I think that's where I'm going to end the video. So, if you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to leave your likes, your shares, your comments. That really would help me out a lot. If you haven't already, please subscribe to the channel, or subscribe if you're new. If you haven't already, please follow me on Twitter, where you'll be able to keep up with everything that happens on the channel and get involved in a bit of banter. And Discord. I have a Discord as well, so make sure you join me on there. I would love to get a little community on there growing, where we can talk about other things other than just YouTube and get to know each other on a more personal level. I'll leave links to all the channels that I gave a shout out to in the description below. And until next time, guys, goodbye. Thanks for watching.